He's been good.
It got cool and nice, and there was quite we saw snow on the mountain peaks on the west side. And then
2 years.
coming over the Rockies.
Probably the one that's in the, you have the Game Boy itself.
Yeah, there's no.
There was quite a bit of snow, and a little over the side of the road.
Yeah.
But everything looked green. The grass was green, and it looked beautiful.
We've had a real good July and August.
Yeah.
Well, I never seen so much rain
Next, why don't you see?
in August, and I saw this year.
Yeah.
Really below.
Well, Missouri looks beautiful.
South
Green and nice. Andy, I hear you've got to leave, go back to Kansas City early, huh?
We'll go back here in a little while.
Well, before you go, I'd like to get a picture of you and your family.
We can do that.
All righty.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
When were you folks were out at our place, what,
Was it
about
9 years ago you said?
9?
9 years coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was my senior year.
Are you still X-raying? Well, good. Where do you do that?
Truman East,
Pardon me?
Truman East.
East.
Little Fluently Summer Road, it's kind of in,
Jackson County Hospital.
used to be the old Jackson County Hospital, but it's incorporated with Truman.
I guess I don't know for sure where
It's
that is.
between Independence and Lee Summit,
Okay.
about 291 if you go like, it's right smack dab.
Yeah,
in
well,
the-
I know where 291 is. Would it be south of 39th Street? On-
Yes,
Okay.
south of I-70,
South of I-70. Okay.
almost to Colburn Road
Okay.
and Lee Summit.
Okay. That Gary used to live in that little,
Right.
just
Lakewood.
north. Just
Lakewood,
north.
I go through Lakewood daily to go
Do you?
to
It's
work.
right next to Lakewood.
I see.
Used to be
South
the old
side
county
of it.
farm.
Yeah. We stayed in Lee's Summit for 5 days in Best Western.
Right there on 291.
Yeah.
You know that?
No.
Well, let's see, it was
150 highway.
350. 50, yeah.
We really used to live right back behind her. At West Western.
But anyway, that was a good location
Somebody
because we
in-
visited people in Kansas and Lakewood.
Kind of had access to all different directions.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you could on the, then Leonard's widow, we picked her up. She lives at that John Knox community. And we picked her up on Sunday and took her out to Gale's, her daughters, and spent all day out there with them. And they live out near Leavenworth, McLeod, Kansas. They have about a 20-acre farm there.
She was up.
He has his office in Leavenworth.
They both work.
And Gail,
She has
she
four
works
kids.
in Leavenworth also.
We hadn't seen the last one.
I'll be down for.
Oh,
No, it rained earlier.
yeah. Busy all the time.
Now, did
When
you
we talked
folks,
to Gary,
did you meet
he always
Gary
said-
when you were,
And, he said,
That-
I don't see
that
why
would be
Jason
Bobby's
can't
cousin.
find her football up there, she's not around.
No.
See that
I know, I've
chiropractor?
met him, but I don't see
I
her.
was thinking,
One of them.
did Gary come by while you were there at our
I've driven by
house?
their office, but I've never met him, and I get
Yeah.
asked a lot in town if I'm.
Well, we spent a couple of days with them down at their lake place. They live down at the end of MM, on a loop. He has a boat dock and all of that.
What? Oh, it's, oh, Bobby and.
What are you talking about?
I don't have the data.
Okay.
That's, that's Gary. He lives in Overland Park, Kansas now, and he has his office over on 40 Highway. and-
I've driven by that.
Yeah.
I get asked if I'm kin to the
That's
chiropractors, and there's an
Raymond, he
anesthesiologist.
and Gary are brothers.
And they asked about if I,
The
I'm trying to
furniture,
think what that guy's first name is.
Yeah.
too.
how about the
Anesthesiologist?
furniture? The there was a furniture, Boring Furniture at
Jack
Kansas
Boring.
City.
That was
Jack.
Jack, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Jack Boring may be related to us, but I have never checked him out. I have met his son, and
Did he get in all this trouble up there in Kansas City?
I don't
I
know.
think he did.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
But he sold too many TVs?
Probably recording of them.
I think it's how they were being financed.
Gene.
probably.
I think so.
Anyway, I forgot what he did.
Taylor.
And I
Trouble.
can't
Yeah,
remember.
it's been
Go.
Is that yours?
It's been
No.
10, 15 years ago.
I never met him.
I bet some of his family,
Now, when did
Pardon?
that's what-
some of his family had been in the store.
Well, his son is a sort of a blonde-headed fellow, and he's, I would judge now that he's probably 60 years old. And he was manager of a nice retirement apartment, where they served the meals and all that. I went there to check it out, thinking that Irvin and Dorothy might move there.
Really, they were all
I
good.
took Dorothy with me, and he seemed like very much of a gentleman. And he had married a woman, I think they had 5 children.
You get shots in my back.
Yeah, pretty good shots too.
They may have.
So I don't.
Let me tell you, there's a lot of your relations that have been in there. She lives in Kansas City, Kansas. I saw her back in Tennessee about 3 weeks ago.
Did you go to the meeting you guys?
Yes, I did this year. And I stayed, it's sort of a historic event in a way because I stayed with Landon Boring in his home. And that's the first time that any Boring of our group that had moved away had stayed all with the Boring in 151 years that stayed in Tennessee.
Wow. So that's where the Borings originated, was Tennessee?
Well, not originated. They came down through the Great Valley about the time, just about the time of the Revolutionary War. And they came from Virginia and Maryland, and before that from England. Now, I was counting up this morning, your necklace, there is in our bloodline, 9 generations back, a Nicholas Boring.
You wrote me a letter right after Nicholas was born, and I put that in spade.
Is that right?
Yeah, but a Boring will be that.
Well,
Do you like make up like family trees?
pardon me?
Do you have a family tree?
Well,
Or is it all up here?
I have it, no, I have it, it's all written down. I probably got 6,000 pieces of
Did you go to Salt Lake City?
information, of documents.
Did you go to Salt Lake City?
Well, I've never been to Salt Lake City to check the family. However, I do use the Latter-day Saints files wherever it's necessary or need be. But I have done mainly with the National Archives and the Tennessee State Archives. And you have a National Archive, a branch near you. And there's a place in, let's see, it's about, I think it's 24th Street in Venice. There's a library there, that's a genealogical library. And they have, you see, my family, there's several tenants of it, like the Loves. My mother was a Love. She married a Boring. And then the Borings, they married a Ray. Jesse's mother was a Ray. And her mother was a Tipton.
So you went in all aspects.
Yeah, and
How far back have you gone in our bloodline?
9 generations.
9 generations, I didn't hear that.
yeah.
9 generations. So that's, and was, now you went back all the way to when they came over, or?
Well,
Is that?
the 1654, old John Boring landed in Virginia, down at the south end of Chesapeake Bay, Nassau Mound County. And then he got to be a planter by up in Maryland by taking his daughter and 4 other men up there. And that was enough people for him to bring into the country that he could, or that plantation, you might say, or William Penn about that, to qualify him for land. So he became a planter.
And everything else is,
Well, they're after kind of damage control for a while.
Ninth generation, that's.
The oldest that I have found, any borings,
they don't get to.
was in the 1500s in Devon, England.
Remember the name of that?
But
Well, I don't know about that
there
house.
was some of the borings went to Northern Ireland also about 1604. When King James IV was sending people over there to colonize Northern Ireland. Now the Loves, also like my mother's family, you know the Borings and the Loves in Tennessee, they live within, at the most, 20 miles of each other. And I don't know if they knew each other back there or not,
We don't.
but it's sort of interesting. But
Yeah.
I don't want to bore you folks with all the.
Oh, no, I don't.
Yeah.
Born me, might be, you're not born, I'm not born me.
Well, I got white and everybody left, you see.
Oh,
I've always been interested in this.
have to go on kid patrol once in a while.
Kids are out there.
Well, they're normal bickering.
Has to restore peace in the neighborhood.
I didn't just, I was supposedly,
Jesse?
yes,
Jesse Boring? He died of natural causes at our house 2 days before I was born.
so probably a heart attack or something.
Well, he was 75, and in those
That's
days,
a long
why,
time. That's great grandpa.
yeah, they didn't have autopsies and things like that.
My grandpa's grandpa. My grandpa's dad, right?
Yeah. Willie's there.
Willie? Well,
Be
yeah.
your great,
Right,
Jesse
right.
was,
Mhm.
could be Bob's great.
And then you said Willie died 62?
He died at 65 years old, and,
And
Heart
then
attack.
James,
yeah.
grandpa. Or no, James' dad.
Heart attack.
Why, Jesse
so he's
Boring,
one of the old ones, the last.
Jesse Boring, I wondered how he got that name, Jesse. And there was 2 Jesse Borings. One that wasn't our relation, and I have a lot of history on him. And I had a fellow call me from Wichita, Kansas, about 3 years ago, and he was a descendant of that other Jesse Boring. And Jesse he was a doctor, and he went from Virginia on to Georgia, and he has relatives clear down to Houston and all across the South, and there's one of his ancestors lives
Yeah,
at
later outside.
Huntington Beach, California.
Nicholas,
They came
close
to
it.
see me.
She stays outside, okay? Pretty hot?
Oh, why did you put in
Well,
the
this is, thank golly, how about this picture, huh?
I was waiting, I saw you, I thought, yeah, he's coming.
Oh, I'm going outside and be
Okay, be fine.
You don't get more pictures than your mom does.
How old is he now?
He's 7.
7?
Yeah.
He used to be real thin, but I mean, he was heavy.
I know Debbie's been real good about sending little pictures.
Yeah. And he had to have his, they had his tonsils and everything.
Thompson had
A year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he gained weight.
He's stocky. I mean, he's not fat, really.
He's
solid.
Oh,
Solid.
yeah. She's gonna need to, we can wait set and start getting some definition.
I know, it just,
He's solid, well,
Andy,
That's a
Andy,
hard
another
word.
couple years,
Sometimes
he's
they
beating up
say
on
kid.
you.
no,
Everybody thinks he's a lot older
Very
than he
worried.
is. Nicholas, they've always like, always been so tall for his age
Yeah.
that they've always think he's older than he is.
Right.
What do you do to the kids when you work all the time?
Adam goes to preschool, Nicholas is in school. And
Grade second.
second grade, and then Adam, he could have gone to kindergarten, he should have been helping out here.
Yeah.
And I'm there, I go in early, and Andy takes them to preschool.
Good.
From school, and I'm there when they get off, when he gets off, that's the big Adam, I'm gonna go home.
Good.
it's a little scary sometimes, but it gets done.
We get ourselves kind of.
Andy, I've never seen you with this short hair.
Well, you haven't?
No.
No, your hair was a lot longer.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are.
Keep it pretty short anymore.
That's why.
It's all right.
So maybe-
No, I'm just looking at that good hairline now.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
He doesn't have the boring hairline.
No?
What do you mean by?
And has the boring.
No, I do not. I think it's your line.
You had
Starting to
the boring.
recede here.
And Andy had my side of the family.
So
Yeah?
that,
How's your mom?
What happened?
I'm trying to help her.
Let's go on.
Yeah, he's living in the
Dad, what do you have a camera here for? What do you have a camera?
Oh, for a while.
Hey, can I have
No, I don't think so. Not right now. Okay.
it? No, let
Maybe
me
after
see,
a
let me
while.
see.
Hmm?
Let me see.
Well,
She crosses
Oh, we
the
did.
line.
Well, it's too high, see.
I still don't know how she does it.
Okay.
stand on your tiptoes, probably. You can
I
see.
thought, well, just, let her go. She goes to nursing home.
Oh, cool.
Well, it's good.
Ah,
Okay, there you go. Let's see if we can
It's
zero
on
in
TV.
on it here again.
They grab them to the ground.
Hello, everybody. I was on TV.
Well, she slept with us and she's nice, and acted in church.
Well, we just
Oh, yeah.
because she used to come up, go and push and go either for all the boys on it.
Yep.
Yeah. And,
I was trying to think who all was at your house that day, because I met so many people.
you
Your
know,
daughter and your son were there.
yeah.
Yes.
And I think
What-
Patty was there with Barbara, another gal.
And there was,
Real dark.
No, I don't think Patty was there.
And Taylor and Larry.
Larry?
No. I think
Taylor and Larry were there, and then there was two girls.
two
Your
girls.
daughter and then one of her friends.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that might have been Patty.
Yeah, because they were down there for that dance
Oh,
seminar
yeah.
over at
And
University of Colorado.
Barbara wasn't married.
No.
Yeah, she was a widow for 8 years.
Right, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
is she still in San Francisco?
No, she's in Gilmore, close to Turlock, in middle California.
Oh, okay. What's that?
Alvin Country?
Yes.
Ammon.
Ammon, they call it.
Yeah, Alvin.
Well,
They have them all around them.
there's,
Yeah.
on the north side and east side, there's a big almond grove. And they're sort of on a little hill. And to the west is all grape vineyards. And then, they have a little factory attached there. And, the south end of it, by, you look at the trees down on the Merced River. And, their land doesn't, go right to the riverbank, but
Olives. and so
we
went out
walk
there.
down there.
Those ones
It's
for
short
flowers.
distance.
Is it? Yeah. Fairly deep. River.
Well, the Merced River runs out of Yosemite and out of the mountains there. Of course, I can show you some pictures of tons of water coming over the waterfalls up there. Vernal Falls and Nevada Falls are part of the Merced River. But it diminishes as it goes across the San Joaquin Valley. But there's water.
Yeah.
Runs year round.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it floods the grapes and things that are out, but from the, they don't ever have to worry about being flooded. Of course, they're.
Is that where all the fires?
It's not.
No, they have.
Fires?
Yeah,
They
look,
have used files.
Oh,
Is there a green dog out there or
No.
what?
No, he didn't do anything.
It's like, it's your turn next year. You're gonna
It's
bring up.
one that pissed her
Oh,
off.
yeah, you've been sick a couple times last
I
week.
asked her to do something, she did.
Oh, yeah, we get
One
sick
bit.
every once in a while, but
No, I told
anytime
her
they
I was gonna
have
start acting.
them all
Start
around
like
us,
a 3-year-old.
so we
Gonna start
shake.
freaking
The
like a
worst,
3-year-old.
the most earthquake we've been in was there in Fairmont. We had a 5.4. And the epicenter was about 1.25 miles north of us. It was 8 miles down.
There was a sunset when-
We had, that was
Thank
the
you, Wendy's, for adding the,
What was it?
threw things, opened the icebox door and threw things out on
they
the
live in
floor,
Claremont.
things like that.
Yeah, how long was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those lines
Nineties.
out.
I love that time.
93. That's the one I was, I called
Yeah.
you about. I was gonna look, in fact, that one there, it shook so hard that it caused in Colorado that yeah, pictures of pools go like this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, they splashed all the water all out
Yeah, we
there.
got it,
Yeah, but it was, that was a rough one. And all of our 50
But-
some years there, that was the worst that we had been in. And the cabinets
Yeah.
flew open and vases and things out on the floor. broken
I don't know which one I would rather
Do they have,
face,
or you guys got
tornado
really quick
or
insurance,
earthquake.
I guess.
I think I'd rather face
Well,
It's
it.
too expensive.
Is it really expensive out there? Because I know they were talking about, remember when we were supposed to have the great big one here in Missouri?
Yeah,
He was like trying to sell insurance, you know, they were tacking onto your insurance, you had to take out special riders for it.
Not only that, we have friends that live in Kansas City. They bought it.
Oh,
We
really?
did, didn't we?
Yeah, we bought
I think we canceled it, but you know, it was like a big thing, because like the big
Oh,
one was
yeah.
supposed to be on
Yeah.
that fault in Missouri, what is it,
But
New Madrid.
New Madrid Fall, they were talking about it was supposed to be in
Well,
this.
they-
They were pushing to
New
keep it
Madrid, which, and it took,
I think that was the
about 2
insurance.
months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 2 months ago, it 344 or something.
Oh,
I think the
yeah.
insurance come up
We
with
don't
that.
pay
New
didn't
Madrid.
Yeah, this is,
No, no, but they're saying it really does.
ours wasn't that much, we wouldn't have two, because ours wasn't that much, because we
They-
had brick.
Been
Oh,
tough.
uh-huh.
If you got brick or rocks, it's a lot higher.
Oh, really?
we've never bought
So,
her.
and
I don't
it's
think
not,
you'll see it,
it's
you'll
not
see it, I don't think our
even
kids.
tornadoes.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I'm not sure I would really go through a tornado or earthquake, I think I would really go through an earthquake than a tornado.
No, tornado you can't get in.
Not really.
Well, if you don't have a basement, you
Yeah,
don't.
that's true.
We're on the third floor, we're just falling.
Well, there's no need of really fearing either one, that it's going to happen. Why,
What have I been telling you? Every time
what
I
are the
come,
chances
it's not.
that you're going to be in one? It's sort of like winning a lottery, you know?
Yeah, we're not, I mean, look at that either.
I tried that too.
But, we have this friend.
In California, the lottery, chances of winning it is about 43 million to 1.
I don't play it,
We had that
I never, I
one
can't even win
Claremont.
free
She,
tickets.
she
It's not
has
worth
a
it.
2-story townhouse.
I
and
get taken
upstairs.
Yeah.
Shook through.
They have,
Some
they
things
have
go off.
those in most of the states now, I guess.
She says, I've been trying to call,
And,
but I couldn't
Arkansas
get through.
doesn't have it.
I see Kansas City has gambling now.
Oh, yeah.
River only.
Well, except,
That's
that's really, those boats are not really on the river.
Oh, but it's river water around it. They build them on the land
You get real
and then they
technical on
flood the
this.
land around it,
Yeah,
so.
just
So
ask,
that
just
was
ask,
his
just
answer.
ask them about the river boats.
I say that because we saw one from the highway a couple days ago.
Flamingo?
Pardon?
That real gaudy looking flamingo one?
I don't know which one it might have
She
been.
doesn't look in
It's on the way, we stayed out at Lathrop, Missouri a couple of days.
Jessica, I think is.
That's out
Oh,
north
why
of
the
Old
phone?
Liberty.
Uh-huh.
That year old.
Yeah, I know you do.
And
And I thought about
That's all
there,
right.
but I knew you'd probably be working.
January to.
River, what about the one up on,
They probably went down
Yeah,
to 435.
Yeah,
You
435.
probably saw the sand.
She goes into junior high school.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
1,
So
2,
she'll go in next year.
She and Sean.
Three.
Older.
they got 3 going right now, and then they got 1 that's
So
under
they-
investigation that they won't let open because illegal funds being
Yeah.
distributed.
Which is the one that they actually built it on land and then flooded land around it, is that the
Graduate,
big,
move in with us. Well, actually, there's not much around here.
Little
There's a
party
little-
for ya.
Not
but
much.
it's
Ditch or
water.
some sort.
Yeah, anyway, then there's, we got another one that they're getting ready to open up out there on the east side of 435. The one you saw was on the west side. On the east side, it's gonna have like an indoor shopping mall, 2 hotels, 2 boats, and,
I don't see how they stay busy, but Rachel said they're just jam packed all the time.
but it's,
I guess people
it's hurt the
come from all
other
over
restaurants
to
in
go
town,
Maybe,
and,
Yeah.
right?
I
Maybe.
called one of my cousins, and,
It's not that hard, is it?
a couple, I guess, it was last month when I was there. And they were going to go down to one of them because he was a German prisoner of war.
Depends on what you want to do.
Yeah.
The POWs were having a convention of some sort at one of them, I don't know which one it was.
You're telling me,
But they were
my
going
parent lived
to,
study
you
in
know.
high school, I don't think I've grown up.
Oh, there's, if they have gambling, why, a lot of people will do it.
I'm just the type that the teacher would be time.
On the other hand, if you go and stand in a casino or even up to the crap table, and it might be so busy all around the crap table that you can't hardly, even a one-eyed, one-armed guy probably couldn't get his money on the table. But if you stop and look at them a while, there's maybe one real crap shooter at the table. The others are just giving their money away.
but we've been to one time.
And we lost our money all in like 30 minutes and I didn't wanna go back.
It was so crowded and
Smoky, it
Oh,
was
down on
awful.
the river?
That was right after we opened though, wasn't
there's still that.
it?
Well, no, it'd been open for about a year.
Oh,
Lisa went up 2 weeks ago.
They're just packed all
And
the
they
time.
got them.
I mean, they only closed down for 1 hour in a 20-car period. They closed from what, 5 to 6.
That's so-
And then they're back up and going again. It's unreal. I didn't realize that they could possibly.
Lock, don't even do that.
Those
I
hours.
They
know.
open way wrong.
Some of those now are smoke-free out in like Laughlin, they have smoke-free rooms there.
I haven't heard anything up here that
Sam's-
does
yeah.
have smoke free yet.
We were on that boat and it was just, it cut the air and it was
Yeah.
awful. It was cold out. We went like in
The
January.
restaurants at home are all
But they have all kinds of gambling.
Here.
Truthfully, I don't know. I was sitting next to this lady, but like she was a professional at it. She was trying to show me what to do. And there was like slot machines.
They own.
What, they had,
Blackjack table.
blackjack and roulette.
And,
I don't know what that, I think
in
those
the
are the
bars.
ones.
That's
They
pretty
have
cool. They had everything.
Drive past it.
Dice.
Probably,
That
yeah.
craps.
They had basically everything.
You know, we see it more here
Anything,
than we did in Colorado.
Take
Yeah.
You can sit at a stoplight.
bet.
I don't like playing those
where
games.
Probably the only
I
car
want to do
I've
your thing.
been
I want
to.
something for my money.
It's at the cigarette light.
Yeah.
There are a lot of
It's
people
off,
going
and you just see
bankrupt
people
over there.
just smoking away.
You mean that
Oh, yes.
play it, that are
I
gambling?
was thinking
See, a lot of, I guess, addictions start to surface.
Well,
Country
people
young
do get
women,
addicted
you know,
to that
and
stuff.
one of
I guess they probably were addicted
Once
to it,
scotch
or they were inclined to it anyway, and
Yeah.
that's part of it.
Well,
And I thought,
gambling is bad
different,
because
because,
people that can't
there's a lot of
afford
them
it
that still
usually
smoke, but you don't,
will think, gee, I'm just
I
about to
think
win.
that's what.
Just like one lady we knew, she was gonna win that Reader's Digest $1 million, you know?
Years is the majority of nursing
And,
Oh,
I talked to her husband
Cigars are
after she passed
oh,
on.
well, now that in Los Angeles,
And,
they have clubs where they all go in and smoke their cigars.
He said, you know, she thought up until the hour she died, that she was gonna win. But you know, they send them all that sort of thing while you're up to the last round.
My art's
So
going
it's
to
dead.
crash.
me about your business. Pretty busy at the hospital, with x-rays.
There's a lot of, the health, it's changing, they're going to like managed care, so there's a lot of
Yeah.
salaries involved right now. We're at, serve a lot of the Medicaid population, so it's really.
Well,
A lot of since they have so much Medicaid now.
do you think that managed care, most of the people back here, I get the sense of feeling that they think managed care is bad. Now, where we're from, we think it's good. Because it saves Medicare money. And we have a wonderful health care program.
You have a Medicare HMO?
We have a Medicare HMO. And
See, they don't.
we,
They're just now initiating the Medicaid HMO out here.
Medicare, Medicare HMO,
I think that would be wonderful.
we have what we call Inter Valley. It's one of the pioneers in it. And it's their job to keep us well.
Right, you get so much money per person, you do a lot of preventative healthcare.
Medicare pays so much a month for Daphine and myself
To keep you healthy.
to keep us healthy. And whether we use it or not,
They get paid, I
get
think it's
paid.
like a lot of your, I think they're telling us, we've just been to some classes on it, right now they're gonna pay $115 per person a month for Medicaid patients.
I see.
Right now, this is basically, ear tagging like young women and children on medication.
I see.
I think that would be wonderful, because there are so many people that fall through the cracks, you know, they're not working.
Yeah,
They're like left out there. That's a lot of our patients that we see, widows that their husbands didn't have insurance after they died,
yeah.
stuff like that.
I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what this gives us. First of all, they give us a physical every year. It does, first of all, it doesn't cost us anything. We don't buy anything. We don't pay for anything. And it's a different way of using our Medicare. And it saves the Medicare fund money because they do keep us healthy, okay. Now, it doesn't cost us anything, but they give us a physical every year. We do have eyeglass plan, we have a dental plan, and as far as going in the hospital and getting an operation, why we show this card.
You have to go to a specific hospital.
No.
You have to stay within the network though, right? You have
Well,
several
okay.
to choose from.
Let me say this, we use our own doctor. And
One that you've
he's
been with for years.
He's a general practitioner. However, he doesn't do everything. He refers us to specialists,
Do you have to have a written referral to go?
phone call or whatever. We don't carry a written piece of paper. If we need to go into the hospital and if we call 911, we go through the emergency ward. But that generally takes longer unless your physician is out of town or it's a weekend or something. Why, if he knows you should go in for a certain thing, he will call the hospital and ask them to give you a room so you don't have to go through emergency. And like myself, it didn't cost anything to get an open heart surgery. They have an excellent team of cardiac surgeons and specialists. Also for cancer, we have a cancer center connected to the hospital. But they're a good hospital.
You can't.
Long
Daddy, Grandma, go get the ball up on the roof.
Well,
can
then
do that.
he's in trouble, Tommy's in trouble.
Well, he's gotta get the ladder and climb it up.
Well,
He's a
that's
big
not-
boy, he can do it.
Tommy's in trouble.
That's your program.
That's all I think.
Oh, no, it's
End of
good.
story? Okay, that's it. End of story. But anyway, I think,
People are
Yeah, he's a big boy,
negative
Andy.
aspects of it
I know.
now, they're
They
being,
call
they're
it
being
top
told
area.
what
That's
documents
it,
to
that's
go
it.
to, and all their
That's what
attendance.
it's supposed to make us into
And
town.
I think
Oh,
when it
yeah, he
comes
was
down
so
and
grateful
it explains
because
to my
Douglas
people,
was
You get
the one
it?
who did it.
well,
Do you get it?
sounds
Just tether in the middle.
Now, we bought, we had extra health insurance supplemental,
Never had to get them.
and, we
So
dropped
you
all
get the
of
broom
that.
and shut it down when we need to go, then you can let it
Yes,
get out there
I
and do
agree.
it.
After we got
No, you don't climb up on it.
just to make sure
Not that
that
thing, it's getting ready to fall
Let's
Did
down.
you
do it.
purchase this through Medicare?
Pardon?
Did you
David,
purchase this
that's
through Medicare? I mean,
Jessica's brother.
purchase them.
He's
Did you-
forever
did you
they
sign
get
up for this
something
plan through
caught up in the
Medicare?
tree. Well, he found out
No.
Leslie has a long
Did
piece
you just read
of
up about it?
plastic
Like,
pipe that lives in her backyard.
I was,
Not long
we had a
ago, we had
retirees
been for a
club
walk.
where I
come
worked,
back
and I
they did
was,
flooring,
an officer
flooring,
in that.
trying to get some down
and
there.
I do, I keep up with things like
Oh,
that. And
Jim's
I
stuck up there
also
again, he said,
know what the laws are and the rules of Medicare.
I'll make it.
And,
That helps.
But
then
2 seconds later,
and
he says,
how it
"Les,
works.
I'll take that pipe."
Even supplemental insurance, how you have to work it.
He's not
A lot of people don't understand that and they fall through the cracks.
I understand that.
He has problems.
I took
He has
Irvin's
been
and
to
Dorothy's
school,
over and did all
Wes
of their
picks him up.
papers.
and
And then Dorothy, she moved out there and I got her into an HMO. And then she didn't have to
I
worry
think they're more
about it.
prevalent on the
He's
east
nice,
and the west coast
yeah.
because
They
one
started.
we just love it.
of my
Yeah.
girls I work with,
He
they're
comes
still
over
in Arizona.
sometimes when they have
Yeah.
meetings.
And they
things,
have an
and I put
HMO out
him
there,
on
they
the bus.
love it. I mean, he had open heart surgery.
Yeah.
They get there
Bad head
before his
and
mother gets home, they have to, why, I retrieve it from the bus where we can take it back.
We don't have it.
Medic, we have a
What's called
prescription plan also.
First time I did that, the woman said, why? They don't have your.
We don't have any
And
limit
I said,
on
well, they do
prescription.
someplace, because it's always on the list.
And I get a 100-day supply of medication. Even in ones that cost
She tell you we're going to be
$4.77.
I wasn't gonna beat him,
Get a 100-day
And,
supply.
so now,
$15.
Wow.
they pull up, and she would always say. when
But I
she
do,
came in the
it's a
morning
mail
or
order.
in the afternoon,
About
and their
3
cars,
days to
neither one of them were on the driveway.
Yeah, good
She'd pull up on our
results.
driveway
The
and
mail
holler
order.
inside.
I was trying to find my mom and utilizing that.
We use a local pharmacy on
Yeah, that's what we got. You
Thursday,
think it's
thing, but,
Friday one morning. he got-
if it's an ongoing thing, that you have to
And he
do,
says, Stephanie,
we do
will
it.
you tell her that I always.
On your, work, do you,
Is Janet still?
far as
She, yeah, but
x-rays, do
she's a
you
school nurse.
Oh, that's right.
do
She
upper
went
and
into that.
lower
Get the-
GIs
Do all the
and
diagnosis,
sonograms?
Dennis went
I don't
out
do
just to
sonograms, I do
himself,
CAT
and he didn't want to
scans
have
and
to
mammography
baby
and
insurance for him
diagnostic.
and,
Which is
How
the
long?
uppers and the lowers and the
and,
IPs that do all that.
so she went into that,
MRI?
but she loves it.
I have in the past, but
She
I
went,
didn't like
she
working
went to
downtown.
school and
Because
got her
it was a
master's.
children's hospital.
But-
I saw so many terminal kids and I couldn't,
Yeah,
Yeah.
she,
a little interesting, but
she had,
those are kind of peppered out throughout the
Greek
Kansas
and
City area,
knowledge,
still got those
and then
limits
she
of
was,
how many doors they have.
licensed
Now, this hospital is which one?
practitioner.
Yeah.
Truman Medical
And
Center
they,
downtown.
she still had to
And
go.
Truman East is like a satellite hospital.
114 months.
Wait, that's what the hospital used to
I'm
be.
I'm out, I used
Get
to
it
be
from
downtown,
Yeah.
which is down off of 23rd Holmes, the old
So
general
she-
hospital.
Stay down there.
Was that the Memorial
In Arkansas,
Hospital?
you can just-
It's called the old general.
General.
Yeah.
Sits up on
No,
the big
they-
green at Hospital Hill.
She has 3
It's like,
schools.
23 and
She-
2301
and down in
Holmes.
Pomona.
In that part of town.
And,
Oh, it's not
I
so bad
guess,
right now, it's
yeah.
much better.
That's good.
I guess I never saw it.
Old General sits really, it's about 2 blocks over from,
she's on year round now.
Yeah.
help me on any, is the Hyatt,
The only thing is.
Ground
she
Center,
left
and you keep going
She
over the
went
hill,
to
it's down the
school
bottom of the hill, it's like
Because
Union
she
Station.
thought she'd have the time off.
Yeah, I used to
Kids have
work
off,
the
you know, for
31st
the
of
different,
May.
holidays.
And I,
It's
It's right
yeah.
between Holmes and Charlotte,
She and,
on 23rd Street.
Jessica
Okay.
sometimes have the week before.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
you know where Children's Mercy's at?
David has.
That's like
the
2
weekend.
blocks over.
I
Or
haven't
vice
lived
versa.
here
So
for
she can't go.
57 years.
But, they're fine.
And I,
Well, I bet
You
Chisholm
know-
was there then.
oh, it was there,
It's
but
like one of the only hospitals in
Yeah.
town. I'm
how
sure.
about St.
Electronic
Mary's? Is
stuff
it
goes
still?
down
Is
to,
it?
It was, and then sold
buildings
out to
for the
children, I mean, to
and
Trinity.
wires
What
and
you want?
for all.
And then Trinity was bought out by,
You want one?
US.
So that,
See, they've closed a lot of hospitals here in town.
How about
New
St.
models and care
It's
the
still
one.
going strong.
Good.
It's,
started
I think
around
it's
there and now he
kind of run by
goes
Columbia
to
Health.
Albuquerque.
And they bought up a little
And,
hospital
To San
on-
Jose.
up north
He's
off
traveling
Ferry Road,
again.
it's called Spelman St.
I
Louis.
know.
And they have a little hospital in Smithville,
But,
Missouri.
I did.
They closed down and turned that into a long-term care facility.
Yeah.
Did they have a clinic in Springfield too?
Who's that?
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
St. Mary's used to be
well,
a Catholic
they
hospital.
built,
Had churches during.
Right, my Thompson's taken out.
Pardon?
I had my Thompson's taken out there.
Sorry,
when I was
little
little.
light.
Did you? Did you grow up in this area?
Charlie
I was
Tarman.
raised
Charlie
in
Tarman.
Liberty. What happened?
Oh, he had
He's got two like tears in his eyes.
Oh, who does?
Charlie Tarman. This guy about that now.
Doctor.
yeah. Well, I know at the time that they were building
Bob, I'm proud of you that you keep that walking up.
Well, I've been doing it since I was 41, I think 42.
yeah.
Since you were 42 years
You're
old?
right.
Good.
Been doing it a long time.
Yeah, well, that's keeping you, that's what kept you going.
Yeah, I wouldn't be alive, David.
Yeah?
Yeah. Have you seen it?
How about, do you ever get a physical?
No, I don't go to doctor.
You don't go
No,
to doctor?
no.
He had to have his eyes operated on.
All when we have to drag you there.
Yeah?
Well, he's got a hernia operation, you've had eye surgery?
That's it.
Yeah, and that's it.
A hernia and what? And eyes? Okay.
Anyway,
What, was that on your eyelids?
Right, eyelids, my eyelid was drooped, my lower eyebrow was going into my eyeball.
Yeah.
He was like
A
that.
lot of people have that operation that I know.
It's awful uncomfortable, and
He was
Yeah.
gonna have it done for
all I had
a
to do,
year
I
or
would
two.
run around with. You take a piece of tape, Band-Aid, and in the morning, you put, stretch your Band-Aid, put that half of that Band-Aid on there, just cut it
Yeah.
off.
You pull it down and.
Pull it down, you can,
But aren't you glad you got it done?
oh yeah, I guess, you know.
Well, I think that picture that was taken when Dorothy passed away, you can see his eyes were bad then.
You can see a bruise right here.
And I don't know there's.
Another thing that, now long ago I was here and I think you told me you'd never get a computer. But now you can't live, you couldn't live without it, could
We
you?
live out.
Because of all the insurance programs.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Tell
all
about how
that.
many companies we had now.
I probably got,
We've done it all too.
I probably got 5,000 or 6,000 different ways you can go on that.
Yeah.
With
card.
insurance card.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It goes right in, where it goes to Phoenix or New York or
Yeah.
South Carolina. Just goes and comes right back, just,
B minus a finger.
But don't you think it's good that you can also know how, whether you're gonna make any profit or not
well,
on that
it-
prescription?
yeah,
Tells you
most
right
time
there.
you don't make a whole lot. You got to
You
get,
know how you stand.
you know, I understand.
And if there, and something's wrong, they're not covered, it comes right back and
Yeah.
tells you.
Yeah.
There's one
Well,
that think they are.
Taylor,
Oh, yeah.
he was, you know, after he got a new mitral valve in his heart, they were going to try to repair his, but they got in there and they found out that it wasn't repairable. So they put in a mechanical valve, it's a St. Jude's valve, is the one they put
Big
in.
valve or something like that, or
No, it's a mechanical.
mechanical.
It is a little mechanical valve. And he'll have to take blood thinner but they've got that adjusted, and he recovered so fast from that, and he works 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
But he is going home at lunchtime and lays down and takes about a 45-minute nap.
That's good.
And but he's done well
We'll be able to get back
on
up.
that.
I don't think we'll be able to get back up and take a nap during the day.
But
Yeah.
sometimes though, when your body gets that bad, you.
They're saying now that it's proof that more people, I mean, the majority of people in the United States don't get enough sleep. And they've done research that show that people who take a nap during the mid-afternoon are healthier and less stressful than the people.
So take one every day?
Well, I don't.
Well,
But who has time in the United States?
most of my life I haven't required more than 5 or 6 hours sleep. However,
Yeah.
the last couple of years, or since I had a little heart operation, why many times I lay down for a snooze after lunch. Doesn't seem to hurt us, particularly if I've exercised that day. As I told you, I walk a couple of miles, and then we have other little exercise machines like a health rider and another one to build up the muscles in the abdomen. And Daphine takes, she takes
Yeah, back in 2005,
That Dalmatian's gonna chew that ball.
Since Daphine had a second stroke,
You were
probably dispensed that.
you go first.
What
It's
are
kind
we
of
doing?
expensive, but it's standard treatment
What are we doing?
Yeah.
for prevention.
Do you ever know of anyone that did lower their platelet level?
I'm sure it does, I'm sure it does. See, they make you come back quite often to start with, and after heart,
You gotta keep turning the power on.
but
I
after,
didn't know.
after like 6 months, it's over, they make you come back. They're very good.
She had to
Probably needs some
get a blood check.
Oh, this is called,
Come here, come here.
this is called blood disorder.
Yeah.
Like
Well, it lowers your platelet.
what is it?
And to certain people,
You know, Alvin
but it
Oh,
is.
it's all right.
I want to watch Alvin Company. Can I have a Sprite?
She takes
I want
two a
Alvin
day.
Company. I want Alvin.
Right.
Yeah, I want Sprite.
There's not very much left. I don't know, well, how about just one?
Make you come back every
I want
month.
Gator
You see it?
Pop.
I've been going back about every month. The last time I went back, I had a sinus, but they
Go up
checked,
to
told
the
me
top.
that I didn't have to take
Go
the
to the
blood
rim,
test
the brim.
for a while.
I don't want
And I have to
one.
usually go back, because I told them we
I
were
don't like that kind.
but,
Want this?
no,
What do you want?
I want Alvin Company. Daddy,
She goes to the hospital.
I want to watch Alvin Company. Can I drink and a pop?
Is that Adams?
No, is this what you're wanting out of one of these cups?
No, he says he doesn't want Gatorade.
Oh, we don't want Gatorade, I think you said it.
We want.
I want to watch what is it?
That's all we have.
Gatorade, so
I
it's okay.
want to
No
watch
pop sauce on.
Alvin
Everybody
Company.
else can
Daddy, I
have
want to watch
Gatorade,
Alvin
so he didn't.
Company.
He doesn't drink. He won't drink.
Done.
She'll be
Okay.
5 on 6.
Right?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah,
Well, that's like you need.
slow down.
Okay.
Andy, he's told the United Party. Oh, he does.
What did you say?
I don't work in town, so I
Have to
miss
put
out
all
on
the copies in.
Well,
There you go.
And all the other kind of things that happen in town. All the stores.
There you go.
And then they have a sale.
Did Dad fill it too full?
Liberty's growing some.
Some, a lot too much.
At least some of it's not.
Well, these friends of ours live out, I think it's about, it must be about 14 or maybe 18 miles north of Liberty.
Lathrop?
Later.
Yeah.
That's where Becky's mom and dad live.
Hmm?
My brother lives in Lawson, which is not too far from there.
Yeah. Well, these people was named Bowers, and they've lived there for, well, all their
Well,
life.
you're out in the
that
middle of
one-
the country when you're up there.
Well, it's an interesting little town. And Deacon has, well, he ran a cleaning. He came out of, when he got out of the Army, World War II, he started a cleaning shop in town,
Dry cleaning or?
dry cleaning. And then he sold it and went out and retired a few years ago, but he was the fire chief and all that sort of
Volunteer
thing.
fires. Probably.
Pardon me?
And he's
My
on the
sister-
board of everything in
My
town.
sister-in-law, her parents live there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably small enough everybody knows it.
Oh, yes, I'm sure. But it's sort of an interesting area. It's a farmland. They have good crops there. Surrounding. They have a little place on a little lake. We have a little lake house. And there's a lot of geese on the lake.
There's a lot of geese around here.
He gave me a few buckeyes, Missouri buckeyes.
Yeah.
All this rain in Missouri is good. There's a lot, the crops are real good. Lots of hay and
Yes.
I never seen as much rain summertime as we had this year.
Well, it's sort of a 100-year rain, I
I
guess.
guess 100 years ago, I've been
93, we
around
had that big
quite a
flood.
while.
I thought that was what they were calling the 100-year.
Flood.
When everything was
Yeah,
flooding
sure.
out.
Yeah, but we've
That
had
was
rain
like-
all summer this
We've
year.
had all summer, so
Yeah,
it's
There's-
No,
No,
90.
most time it rains up,
Flood,
up the
when they
last
closed
part of
90
June and then,
291.
Does Jack Harvey ever come in your store?
yeah, he's still puttering around.
He has some girlfriends.
Yeah.
Oh, where does Jack live?
Oh, out on the Cold Springs Road, you know,
Cold.
It'd be like, you know where the access road goes to dam with
Usually,
you?
Are we talking about Cole, the little town?
no, Cold Springs, it's right across the river from the store. You're right on, straight behind it.
Jack, did you used to live there when you were kids?
Towards Clinton.
Okay, going towards Clinton.
You go, okay, so the first left, the first road, you turn to the left.
Okay,
That
You
past,
go right
past
to
the
the
first
dam.
bridge.
okay,
You know where the middle bridge used to be, right?
yes.
Where the
You-
swing bridge is now,
Well, where the middle bridge.
that's what.
The wind bridge. Not the
And
middle
they-
one.
You know, they were all swinging bridges.
Well,
Two
the
poles
swing
up.
bridge is still up.
Jack has a picture that I'd like to take a picture of
He's probably gone to church.
today.
You
Yeah.
should give him a call before you go there.
He might be there.
He might be.
I don't know if he goes to church or not, but they used to, when they was a lot.
We're thinking about going by there tomorrow.
Well,
Well, I'll see if he,
Can do this
Anytime.
afternoon.
Huh? There, he,
yeah, I know. If he's home, I'll let you talk to him.
okay, that's great.
I don't know what his name is, but it's
Jack.
Jack Harvey.
Yeah, but.
Jack is a son of Mark Harvey,
Oh,
and they had several
Jackie
children,
McPhee.
but
Edwin Eugene, I don't know.
his oldest brother was Theodore or T. Harvey. Did you ever?
I've been in the name, but I don't think I remember
Yeah,
that.
well, he lived in Kansas City most of his life, and Wilbur was a friend of T's.
He's got one brother was adopted.
I didn't know him.
He's got one, I don't know,
Jack's
he's gotta be 6, 7 years older than you are, isn't he, or so?
Not quite. He's about 5. He must be about 80,
He'll be 76.
Yeah, he's not 80.
80 or 81.
Sometimes he's old. Sometimes pick up the truck.
Daddy?
Yep,
He has a new one.
you gotta move it, yeah.
Now, I haven't seen him for probably 65 years.
And he had a daughter who died early, 40s. Yeah. And then his wife died. Oh,
Dennis.
8 or 9
Nicole,
years ago.
and then Nicole sent it to me.
Jack,
Is
This
that
is
right?
Daphine Boring.
This is granddaughter.
Bob's
Dawn's
wife.
granddaughter.
And I've got somebody here that would like to speak to you. Just a minute.
Mary Day.
Les?
Oh.
That's all
You
right.
don't need your camera, you can't,
I'm sorry.
driving him over the.
Good morning, Jack Harvey. This is Les Boring. Yes, I talked to you by phone when that picture was put in the paper of the old Shiloh School. And I know you sent me a couple of copies of that. But I was wondering if you still had the picture, and I thought if you did, I might come by today or tomorrow and take a picture of it so I could get a negative.
Move around a bit.
How you doing anyway? I'll tell you, I never had it so good for an old guy. No, I'm gonna be 76 next week, but I know that you and Leonard were older than I, you know. First of the month, in November. What day is that? Oh, the first. Well, by golly, Jack, congratulations, you're doing great. Yeah, we were over at Bobby's, and my wife,
Yeah.
well, we're just visiting him today. I visited 16 families before I came to his house today. But we're probably going to be in town tomorrow, and then we'll move on. I visited in Colorado and Kansas City and Missouri. And I have a lot of cousins around Kansas City. The Loves and, yes, I did. Well, they're doing pretty well. I saw, you may know them, like Ruth Love and Francis and Jesse Earl. He's retired now, and I called them all, and they got together, and my wife and I went over to see him one afternoon. No, Todd is still living, and I saw him, he was there. Did you? Well, by golly, old Todd, he's had a lot of operations, and he isn't well. However, he sat around there and talked with us for about 3 hours.
Have a ready supply.
And Francis's husband, I
16, 17 years old.
don't think he was from down here.
Eighth grade.
She has
Little
16th,
bit.
7th, and 8th.
Yeah, 12, 13.
Yeah.
14.
Well, Ruth,
But the most trouble
she,
they
you
have
know,
is
she
some
was, I
judges
thought she was always a pretty girl. And by golly, she still has that beautiful smile and a twinkle in her
sing
eye.
up to their area.
She's getting a little bit wrinkled, but she's still looks so nice.
It wasn't very long until he was
I stopped and saw Miller and Marie.
how they could get around.
I didn't see Babe.
Yeah, she actually.
I didn't see him. Now, he's sort of ill, I believe. Yeah, Miller told me that he was pretty ill right now. And I know his wife died. I did see Babe a few years ago when I was in here. We all got together at Leonard's. And Suter Dean had already passed on, but Babe was there, and we had a good visit. And then I saw the Harvey kids, William and Audrey. Did you know them? Now, they were not real close relation of yours, but they were related to you. Second cousins. Okay. Yeah, well, we had lunch with Audrey and her husband and William and his wife.
So she and Patty, trade-off. Patty teaches her, some of her English classes, and Barbara teaches Patty's math classes.
Yeah. Do you have a hearty get-together down in Warsaw?
Teach history,
Okay.
science.
Now Grace is probably the other
But she was
girl
like-
that you were talking about.
had the
Audrey's sister, Grace.
and some of those teachers have to go to
Grace, now, she is in pretty bad shape, and Audrey was she's thinking about getting her into a nursing home.
They had her when she was 4.
She's the oldest one, yeah.
Sixth grade.
Ogilvy, yeah, that's her last name. Yeah, Lauren Ogilvy, and Lauren, uh-huh. And,
Her dad was at school the other day.
he was there, we had lunch with him, had a good visit,
Yeah.
and we
She thought
just
it only-
had a
she-
great,
She enjoys it, doesn't she?
we've had a great time.
Yeah.
I went
She
down,
does. She
my
likes it, and she likes
nephew,
it.
Gary Boring,
Some years,
you probably have never
she's
met
always
him,
lived-
that was Buell's
Just a great
son.
bunch of kids. And then another
He
year.
has a place down near Bagnell Dam on the end of Highway MM, and he's got a big old dock, and he's building a great place down there.
And this is-
We went down there for 2 days, we just left yesterday afternoon.
So you need to
And,
be here next time you get back.
Is that for the Red Room? That's for the door.
Who is that?
Oh, yeah.
Because I need to
You don't watch the
One of the Hammond boys that's here.
Please, your grandma's house.
Well, let's see.
That's still, it's on one side, what's there on the
Well, there was a Carl,
That's grandma's.
and let me think now. It's
Oh, yeah.
been so many years since I've seen that.
But, it's all.
Dan, there was a Dan Hammond. He was a
But she
redheaded,
went there, ended up there, because the first time.
and he had another brother about his age. Yeah, there was. That was Aunt Bertha's
How old are you?
and Queen Hammond's
And,
son. Now, they had a dairy up Pleasant Hill, and we used to visit them there. Now, my memory is, I've got to think a while. There was Dan and Carl. Then there was another younger one that when he was in the Navy, he visited me in San Diego. About the third.
Now, she looks entirely
Well.
different than Belinda.
She looks just like his son.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she looks.
I see. Now, did he live here in Warsaw?
Can't deny that one.
Like you, the parent, I wonder.
Yeah.
My dad's brother and one sister over time, because everybody's.
I see.
Fairly
Now,
elected, and here comes one of the younger girls. in the
let's
family.
see, Hammond, I'm trying to remember what his name would
We
be.
know where you came from, Mr. Milkman, we know Mr. Milkman.
Where do you live? How, east or west? Okay.
he said,
Going west? Okay.
You're back, I think, you're back.
No, it was all pretty.
Do a quarter of a mile after you cross the bridge.
People in Panama,
Uh-huh.
mother's grandmother. Anyway, it says something about, you know how this things really drop in and out.
Yeah.
There's somebody in Panama, they're
Yeah.
priest.
Yeah.
Dutch.
Okay.
People are Dutch, they, oh no, they're priest.
Do you have a mailbox there, or?
If y'all want to lunch there, I'll talk.
yeah, we'll get you out there, Les.
You have what on it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
Just kind of follow along.
Well, by golly.
Yeah.
Well,
Because I don't have to roll.
are you going to be around there tomorrow?
There's some,
No, I didn't know about.
there,
What you doing?
Well,
You don't mully your tree.
I'll tell you
like
what,
you
I'll
just-
try to get out there, maybe I can get out
Careful the
there, for a little while this afternoon, if you're gonna be there. If you don't stay home for me.
Yeah.
I'll see, yeah. I'll see, you can follow me out there. What for?
And,
Just a minute.
there's,
What did you say?
I'll see that you get out there, follow, I know where to go.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
You can follow her out there and she can go where it is.
Okay.
It's about a mile and a half out of town where it is.
Okay. Why, what time would you like me to come by? In the morning?
no, they're all,
Oh, maybe,
immediate thing.
between 9 and 10? By golly, Jack, that'd be fine. You know that old picture of the Shiloh School? I think they took it 101 years ago or something like that. I think it's 1990 or 1894 they took it, and it has Willie and Jim Boring and a whole bunch of them in it. And by the way, I sent one of those that you sent me to Eloise. To Eloise Boring, little Jim's daughter. That he used to be the school superintendent here. She lives pretty close to me. Yeah. Yeah, Kathleen died. And, I guess some of her kids still live up around Windsor there. I'll tell you what, I'll plan on coming by between 9 and 10 tomorrow. Hey, it's great talking with you, and you're one of the guys I wanted to see and talk to before, when I came. I had you on my list, by golly, come to see.
Besides, Liz.
Okay, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
You and Eddie.
Bye-bye now, and have a good day.
Gary. And there's probably what,
Raymond,
about
Gary's
9?
brother.
Yeah, I'll see
I
you
think I
get out
counted
there.
9.
I think Andy's getting ready to
Oh,
leave.
Doug,
Yeah.
you still chasing those free electrons around?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. I'm not sure who's chasing who. Yeah, doing pretty much the same thing I did with General Dynamics.
Well, good.
Excited for
Well,
this meeting.
shall we get lined up out here?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, because they were doing a lot of the testing by hand.
You're about, a head taller than I am.
Almost. What
I
did they
I
go, you
think
still
they're getting
here?
ready to leave, so we'll go out and get our pictures.
Okay, sounds great.
Let's see, that, don't want to forget it. There you go.
There you go, get some shoes.
Like the poo. What'd you do with your shoes? Downstairs.
Oh,